Hi, my name is Nesta. This is my introduction for me for the psychology class. Um, just start off by saying my name, Nesta Eckhart. I'm from Chandler, Arizona. I've lived in Arizona my whole life. Um, my family's main heritage is, I guess, German, but really mostly from America. Um, One side of the family was from mostly Ohio and Wisconsin, and the other side of the family was from Illinois and Colorado. But I am second generation Arizonan. I've lived here um, in Chandler and the East Valley, Mesa, all around. Went to high school here. Went to Arizona College Prep, the Erie campus. They have a new campus now that's bigger, a lot bigger, and farther south. But graduated in 2017. Um, Throughout my childhood, I did a lot of sports, um, mostly soccer. I was a goalkeeper. It was the only position I ever played, and I played for 14 years. I also did track and field a little bit, mostly just to get out of class. And then I did wrestling also. I really enjoyed wrestling. Um, but playing goalkeeper for 14 years, this is my last pair of gloves that I had. They don't actually um, smell too bad, which, if you know anything about goalkeeper gloves and why they always spit in them and stuff, they tend to smell really quickly. So I was glad I still had these. I didn't know I had them. But that taught me a lot about, teamwork and honestly a lot of like logistics too, because you're always coordinating the defense and trying to read plays before they happen, setting up free kicks and trying to coordinate your team to make plays and try to defend as best you can and trying to think 30 40 seconds ahead to try to see what the other players are going to do, and you're trying to distribute as best you can to get a better point of attack, and they swing through you a lot and stuff. I really enjoy soccer, but it's kind of hard to watch it anymore because they all flop a lot, and it just is not really enjoyable to watch. I always prided myself on not doing that, and taking fouls as they were given. Another big thing about me is I do enjoy cars, specifically Volkswagens from before 67. I grew up around them. My dad had a Carmen Ghia my whole life that I still have, even though it's been crashed by him, unfortunately. A couple Volkswagen buses, double cab trucks, everything. I just grew up around them, working on them since I was a baby, literally. This is a picture of me in my dad's Ghia when I was born, well, when I was a baby. There's a lot of other ones. This one I just really liked because he captured it so well through the angle of the, side mirror. This is another picture. This is my first Halloween. This is my first Halloween costume. Was a box that my dad he forgot to make a costume until the day of, and so he cut out a box sort of and made little wheels that you can see and painted it on there and stuff, and it looked really cool. And we actually had this for, well, it probably only disappeared a couple years ago, but yeah, I always was. It was also, that's the bus he restored too. He restored it himself. It was a 1960 15 window deluxe, and I always really liked that. Another thing I like to do is I have a motorcycle. I've had a couple. Right now I have a 2005 Harley Deluxe. I do enjoy riding. It's fun. I like working on things too, and so it kind of goes hand in hand. I wouldn't call myself a biker, but I enjoy riding bikes. I have a couple Volkswagens too myself currently. Um, I've always enjoyed the process of working on them and keeping them running, and enjoyed the oddities that are old cars and how different things have gotten now, and how every car is kind of looks the same, but they're focused on certain things that back in the day just weren't an option. They didn't care. It was all about styling and eventually efficiency, and then eventually safety, and then emissions, and just you can watch the progression as time went on and how different it is. Um, yeah,